you don't have to agree with my opinion. This is just my personal thought process on why I got the EcoBoost Mustang, why I'm happy with it, and why it's such a great daily driver in my mind. And to be honest, it's a great daily driver for me because it's just me or my girlfriend driving around almost 100% of the time. I don't have kids or anything. If I had kids, obviously the back seats would be like pretty much useless, to be honest. But right now, I'm not at the point in my life where I'm driving around a lot of people. So that's why I wanted to buy it while I was young, before eventually having kids and having a family and stuff, because this is not really gonna be a practical daily driver when I have kids and a family and stuff. It's gonna be kind of stupid if I'm driving this thing around, unless it's like my on the weekend joyride vehicle or something like that, then it'd be fine. But daily driving this vehicle, I've absolutely loved it. It's really nice having something that actually has some power to it. Like when I was driving my Mitsubishi Outlander, the thing was about 150 horsepower, so it was pretty slow. Every time you get on the highway, you floor it, and it doesn't go anywhere. You can't really pass because it's slow. So it's nice to actually have something that, geez, I don't even know where the exit is up here. It's nice to actually have something with a little bit of power to it where it's not super slow, because you can actually pass and maneuver in traffic. Like, look at all this crazy traffic going on right now. But in a slower vehicle, it's really hard to pass and maneuver. And then when you get to the point of the GT, it's a lot of power daily driving a GT Mustang. Like sometimes I find myself getting annoyed with this car. I guess I'm going right here, I don't know. Sometimes I find myself getting annoyed with this car because I'm like, even in normal mode, I'm like, I don't want to go so fast right now. I'm kind of just chilling. When I'm going out to eat, going out to dinner and stuff, I don't want to be, let's give it a little gas right here for you guys. Then we'll get back to that point. This is in sport mode. All right, then we got to slow down for the curb. But guys, this thing is absolutely amazing. And this view is incredible, guys. Holy moly, this is cool. This is crazy, y'all. Are you kidding me? Let me know what you think about that view. Look at this bridge. This is so cool, man. Wow. I don't even remember what the heck I was talking about, to be honest. This view is absolutely amazing, guys. Okay. Not breaking the law again. Gonna accelerate a little bit in sport mode here on the bridge. Ooh. Guys, I'm telling y'all, see, I'm already hitting the limit there. But this thing is amazing, guys. I mean, I absolutely love the power in this vehicle. It's so much fun to drive this car. I mean, every time I get behind the wheel of the car, it's a blast. Like I was saying before, we were checking out the view. It is a little bit annoying sometimes. Like when I don't really want to drive really fast, you put your foot down and you're kind of going fast before you know it, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't really want to go that fast right now. I kind of just want to go in an easy rate. So that's a little bit annoying. That's one of the downsides of driving a sports car like this, but I wouldn't want the GT because it'd just be too much power all the time. Sometimes I don't want a whole lot of power. I just want something to get me from point A to point B. I'm chilling, I'm relaxing, it's the evening. I don't want to drive so fast. But I think, and then the other point I want to make is that most of the time, I'm not utilizing the full power and potential of this car because I'm just driving down the road, chilling, trying to get from point A to point B. I'm trying to go to the grocery store. So I would have hated to have gotten the GT Mustang just to daily drive it, like to the grocery store. It's kind of ridiculous. But overall, I don't want to focus on the GT Mustang anymore because it's not that important. But I absolutely love this car, guys. It's one of the last remaining American sports cars that you can really buy. Some people say, oh, well, there's the Corvette. But I mean, that's not, let's be honest, guys, that's borderline supercar if you jump up to the Corvette, but the Camaro's gone, the Challenger's gone, the Charger is back, but Dodge is not really American anymore. So with the Camaro completely gone, the Mustang is the last American sports car you can really buy. I think the reason these things are not selling really well right now is because the two-door coupe is just not really that in style. It's mostly like, look, the 3 cars in front of me, all of them are crossover SUVs. They're mid-sized or smaller SUVs where you can fit a family of people in there. Like we got a Jeep here, we got a Mercedes, and that's just what's in demand right now. There's not really a lot of demand for a two-door coupe, and I think the reason for that is because car prices have just gotten so outrageous. People, instead of buying like a two-door coupe Mustang on the side to be their fun driver on the side on the weekends, and then have their practical, you know, Ford Expedition, Ford Escape or something for daily driving to work, daily driving with their families, people aren't buying 2 vehicles anymore. Like I know in the past 10, 15 years ago, it was really common for people to have like a family car and then have their sports car on the side. But just with the price jump in vehicles nowadays, there's not a lot of people doing that. Most people are just buying 1 car because right now with the price of, I don't know what this guy's doing, with the price of homes and the price of cars being so high, people don't have the extra money for an extra car on the side. So people like this guy to my left are buying just a Mercedes, just a Nissan crossover, a Ford crossover, whatever brand it might be, and a Mitsubishi Outlander like I used to have, and they're just driving that 1 car. They don't have the money for 2 cars, you know? So it's really killing the market for two-door coupe vehicles because people just can't justify, geez, that bump was huge. People can't justify purchasing that in their own lives. I mean, it's just kind of a ridiculous thing. But overall, I've absolutely loved driving. I love driving this vehicle, guys. I don't regret buying it. If you guys have the money and you can stay responsible buying this vehicle, I highly recommend doing it, guys. Whoa, this guy. I highly recommend doing it if you want it. I mean, it's one of those things in life that who knows when you're going to get the chance to do it if you kind of don't pull the trigger. And that was kind of my thinking. I wanted to stay reasonable. I didn't want to spend too much money on it. My car payment's low, $250 a month for 6 years, and I'm paying $400 every month, so I can pay it down in half of the 6 years, in 3 years. So it's really affordable for me. It's not breaking the bank. It's not stressing me out in any way. And I enjoy this car, guys. It's one of the last unique cars that you can really buy, unless you buy like this guy, this goofy looking Cybertruck. But hey, that's what you want to spend your money on, go right ahead. Not for me though. Not for me, the Cybertruck or anything electric. But honestly, guys, that was a really cool drive. Like, thanks for going on that drive with me. Got some really cool shots for you guys. Highly recommend this car. Not sponsored by anybody. I just personally enjoy this vehicle. I've had a really good time driving it, and it's kind of one of those bucket list things that I wanted to do before I had a family and it just wasn't a practical thing anymore. Or, you know, who knows how long I'm around. I could be around 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And I don't want to be an idiot and say, oh, well, I'm going to die anyways, so I'm just going to go, you know, buy whatever I want. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I can do both. I can buy a car that I really like, enjoy the car while I'm young, and still plan for the future, save, invest, and plan for retirement. But overall, I've totally enjoyed daily driving this car. It's been so much fun. I personally decided to jump up to the premium EcoBoost instead of the base. That was the first EcoBoost Mustangs I was really looking at. I was looking at the base models, and this one really only came in about $5,000 to $6,000 more for all the features you get, the leather seats, the remote start, the cooled and heated seats, the heated steering wheel, the better sound system, and just everything that this thing comes with. I think it was absolutely worth it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. If you got any questions about this car or anything else that I talked about just in general, let me know down below in the comments. Leave your thoughts, your questions, your concerns. If you think I'm stupid, let me know down below in the comments. I don't mind either way. Thanks so much for watching. I gotta get into the grocery store, so I'll see you guys in another video.